Hello students, in this lecture we'll discuss open circuit and short circuit test, and these two tests are very important in the academic literature as well as in the transformer industries. So let us start. In this video lecture we'll discuss how to perform these two tests and what is the purpose of these two tests and what are the outcome of these two tests. So we'll take the first one. So first we'll discuss the objective of these two tests, the open circuit and short circuit test. The open circuit test is also known as the load test. So why this test is required? So first is to calculate the equivalent circuit parameters, all four parameters. These two are the series parameters, you know very well: resistance, series resistance, and the leakage reactance, and this is the core loss resistance and the magnetizing reactance. And the second is to calculate the efficiency. And how to calculate the efficiency? By measuring the losses, and the core loss is measured at the rated voltage while copper loss is measured at the full load value. And the next objective is to find out the voltage regulations. So once we calculate these parameters, the voltage regulation at full load can be easily found out. And third one, it may be calculated the turns ratio. If we measure the voltage at both of the sides, so V1 upon V2 is equals to N1 upon N2. So these are all are the objective of this open circuit and short circuit test. So open circuit and short circuit tests are performed to mainly calculate the equivalent circuit parameters and the losses. So now come to this next slide. So here we'll discuss the open circuit test. So first is the procedure, how the open circuit test is performed in the laboratory. So in the laboratories, this type of the circuit is connected. In this transformer, two windings are there, low voltage winding and high voltage winding. So we'll not call it primary or secondary, because before connecting the transformer or before putting the transformer into operation, we cannot say which is the primary and which is the secondary. But before operation we can say this is the high voltage winding and this is the low voltage winding. So here we'll say the low voltage. Same transformer, suppose this is the transformer on which we will perform both the test, open circuit and short circuit. So in one test this low voltage will be the primary, in other test high voltage will be the primary. So in the open circuit test, this low voltage winding will act as a primary, because low voltage winding is connected to the source. So low voltage, why this low voltage winding is connected to the source, not the high voltage winding? It is due to convenience, because in the low voltage winding we want to open circuit test is measured at rated voltage or full load voltage. So rated voltage means, so this high voltage winding may have the very high voltage and it is very difficult to measure the voltage, and shortage of the equipment, unavailability of the equipment. So it is very easy to measure the low voltage side, the voltage at the lower voltage side. Suppose the transformer rating is 11,000 by 400 as the rating of the distribution transformer. So 400 volt, the meter to measure the 400 volt is available everywhere, whereas the meter for measuring the 11,000 volt is very difficult. So that's why this test is performed on the low voltage side. So how to perform this type of the circuit is connected where the auto transformer is connected to this winding. Auto transformer is connected to the voltage, then wattmeter, ammeter in series and connected with the lower voltage winding, and the higher voltage winding is kept open circuited. So ammeter, voltmeter, wattmeter is connected on lower side. We have already discussed why it is connected on lower voltage side, whereas the high voltage side is left open, or it may be connected by another voltmeter. If you wish to calculate the turns ratio, then we have to connect the voltmeter. And same is the wattmeter. It is the current coil and it is the potential coil. So current coil is connected in series, whereas potential coil is connected in shunt. So after connecting this, we'll take the reading. How to take the reading? We'll adjust the auto transformer to till the rated of lower voltage side. As the example, if the lower voltage side is 400 volt is rated, then we'll increase or adjust the auto transformer voltage when the reading of this voltmeter is 400 volt. So apply the rated voltage on the primary side and take the add this voltage at 400 when the reading of the voltmeter becomes 400. So the reading of the wattmeter and reading of the ammeter should be noted down, and the reading of the ammeter will give the no load current and reading of the wattmeter will give the loss, and reading of the voltmeter is the rated voltage. So this is the reading and we should note it down. Then how to calculate the parameters? Now this is the equivalent circuit at the open circuit. So in this open circuit test or no load test, because the no load current is very less, I0 is very less, no load current, or it is also known as the exciting current, IE. In some books it is written IE and in some books it is written as no load current. So don't confuse with the exciting current or no load current. So this is the no load current or exciting current, this is the core loss component of the current, and it is the magnetizing current. So no load current is decomposed into two currents, IC and IM, like this. Here it is the phasor diagram for the both. We have neglected the series branch parameters because the loss in this series branch parameters means R and leakage reactance, because the copper loss is very less, the current is less, means 3 to 5%. So let us see at the rated voltage. We have already noted down the voltmeter, rated voltage, wattmeter, core loss, and ammeter will give the exciting current, and this exciting current value, the value of this exciting current is 3 to 5% of the full load value. So when this current value is 3 to 5%, what would be the copper loss at this current? So at this current, similarly the copper loss would be 0.09%, and here to the 0.25%, which can be neglected. So this, when losses is neglected, so resistance can be neglected, and similarly the leakage reactance can be neglected. So only this shunt branch parameter is there in the equivalent circuit, and we will calculate the RC and XM from these two tests. So here the voltmeter gives the reading of rated voltage, wattmeter gives the core loss at rated voltage, and ammeter we know that the no load or exciting current. As the no load or exciting current is 3 to 5%, the losses, copper losses at this current is very less, means 3% means 0.09% copper loss, 5% of current means 0.25% of the copper loss. So that's why resistance, series resistance, and the leakage reactance can be neglected. Now how to calculate the RC and XM? First, we know that total power measured here is equals to V1 into I0 into cos phi. So P naught is equals to V naught I naught, or cos phi naught is the power factor at no load. So cos phi naught is equals to V naught, from this equation V naught I naught upon P naught. So once we calculated the cos phi naught, we can easily calculate the IC and IM. As from this, we have already noted down the value of I naught. So the magnitude of I naught is there, and cos phi naught is there. This cos phi naught is there. So what is the value of IC? IC is the simply I naught into cos phi naught. So here is this. What is the value of IM? Is this one. IM is the I naught into sin phi naught. From this, now once we calculate this IC and IM, it is very simple to calculate the RC. Simple. V is the voltage across this, current we know, voltage we know, so resistance is equals to simple voltage divided by current. So RC is equals to voltage divided by current. Similarly, the what is the value of XM? The voltage is same, but current is different, IM. So this can also be calculated like this. XM is equals to V naught upon IM. So by this we have calculated the RC, the value of RC and XM, and it is very simple procedure. First we will calculate the cos phi naught, then we calculate both the current IC and IM, then RC and XM. So now move to the second test, short circuit test. In the short circuit test, what is the procedure? Similarly, it is performed on the high voltage side, because high voltage side current is less, and this test is performed at rated current, whereas the open circuit test is performed at the rated voltage, and this test is performed at the rated current. So rated current or full load current. So at the higher voltage side, what is the value of full load current? Is the kVA divided by the high voltage. Suppose the transformer is 11,000 volt divided by 400 volt. So the 25 kVA. So 25 kVA divided by 11,000. So it will give the value of full load current at this side. So we'll calculate the full load current on high voltage side, and we'll adjust this value. Adjust the voltage till the load primary current flows, kVA upon high voltage, rated voltage. So we'll adjust this auto transformer reading till the ammeter gives the full load value of current. At this full load value of current, we'll take the reading of wattmeter and voltmeter, and in this test, wattmeter will give the value of, what is the wattmeter? In this, the wattmeter will give the value of full load copper loss, whereas the voltage required to flow the full load current is only 5 to 12% of the voltage, very less voltage, and at this voltage the core loss is very less, because core loss, as earlier discussed, we have earlier discussed that the core loss depends upon the voltage. If voltage is less, 5 to 12%, the core loss will be less. So it can be neglected. So that's why the whatever the voltmeter reading is there, it will give the full load copper loss, and this ammeter will give the full load current. Okay. So how to calculate now? So first we'll calculate, this is the equivalent circuit for this short circuit test, because we have neglected the shunt branch. This shunt branch can be neglected. For this, only series branch parameter will be there. So ZEH voltage we have, the current we have, so Z will be equals to VSC by ISC. So once we calculate the Z, and then next we will calculate the REH. We know the value of PSC, power divided by ISC. We know the ISC, so ISC square is equals to REH. So ZEH, REH is known to us. So simply leakage reactance can be calculated from this formula. XEH is equals to ZEX square minus REH square. As we know that Z is equals to Z square is equals to X square plus R square from this relation. Now we put here the H. H means these all parameters will be calculated in higher voltage side, because this test is performed at the higher voltage side, whereas the open circuit test is performed at the lower voltage side. So whatever the parameter is calculated, shunt branch parameter will be calculated at the lower voltage side. So it is R, what is the all these parameter RC, L and X phi L. तो अब ये देखते हैं हम न्यूमेरिकल्स इस पर देख लेते हैं एक, क्योंकि और अच्छी तरीके से हमारे समझ में आ सके इसके लिए एक न्यूमेरिकल को उसको कैसे हाउ टू सॉल्व द न्यूमेरिकल बेस्ड ऑन दिस टू टेस्ट. इट इज़ वेरी सिंपल. A 20 kVA 2500 by 250 volt hertz single phase transformer give the following test result. Open circuit voltage, as we know the open circuit voltage is performed on the lower voltage side, so it gives the 250 volt lower voltage rated voltage, इतने एम्पियर करंट है. This is the watts. Short circuit test is generally performed on the high voltage side, so it is the rated current, whatever the rated current at high voltage side, 2 kVA divided by 2500, so it will give the 8 ampere and 320 watt. Calculate the parameter of approximate equivalent circuit referred to high voltage and lower voltage side. तो इसमें क्या करना है हमें कि पैरामीटर निकाल लेना है. तो एक पैरामीटर आपके ये वाला पैरामीटर लो वोल्टेज साइड में आएंगे, ये वाले पैरामीटर हाई वोल्टेज साइड में आएंगे. तो आपको अगर लोअर वोल्टेज साइड में निकालने हैं सारे पैरामीटर, तो इसको भी हाई वोल्टेज साइड वाले पैरामीटर्स को भी लोअर वोल्टेज साइड में बदल लीजिए. अगर सारे पैरामीटर हायर वोल्टेज साइड में निकालने हैं तो लोअर वोल्टेज पैरामीटर्स को फिर हायर वोल्टेज में बदल लीजिए. तो ओपन सर्किट टेस्ट जैसे हमारा प्रोसीजर था, सबसे पहले हम नो लोड पावर फैक्टर निकालते हैं. सो इट इज कैलकुलेटेड 0.3, तो साइन फाई आ गया. फिर IC एंड IM कैलकुलेट करते हैं. सो IC एंड IM कैलकुलेट कर लीजिए. देन RCL इज इक्वल टू V1. V1 इज द अप्लाइड वोल्टेज 250 आपको दिया है क्योंकि लोअर साइड में दिया है. सो अपॉन दिस करंट एंड XML इज इक्वल टू दिस. तो ये लोअर वोल्टेज साइड में ये पैरामीटर्स हमारे आ जाते हैं. इसके बाद में आइए शॉर्ट सर्किट टेस्ट की तरफ. ये तो अल्टरनेटिव दिया है और दूसरा तरीका से भी हम निकाल सकते हैं, सेम है. अब शॉर्ट सर्किट में क्या है, ZEH पहले निकाल लेते हैं, फिर REH निकाल लिया हमने, PSC अपॉन IS स्क्वायर, फिर XEH. सिंपल प्रोसीजर है, 3 लाइन का वो भी है, 3 लाइन का ये है. तो ये सारे पैरामीटर्स निकल गए. अब आप देखिए इक्विवेलेंट सर्किट पैरामीटर रेफर टू लो वोल्टेज साइड. ये तो लो वोल्टेज साइड में थे ही थे. अब ये जो हाई वोल्टेज साइड में थे इनको भी हमने लो वोल्टेज साइड में कन्वर्ट कर दिया. सो दिस पैरामीटर इज लाइक दिस. अगर इसको दोनों साइड में रखने हैं तो हाफ ऑफ दिस पैरामीटर इधर कर दीजिए, हाफ दिस कर दीजिए. सो दिस हाफ एंड दिस हाफ. सो बाय दिस वे वी कैन easily calculate the all these parameter of the equivalent circuit. Okay. So thank you. Hope you will understand the problem short circuit test and open circuit test.